Allison Roman stew. Spiced chickpea stew with coconut and turmeric. This is the recipe I'm about to make. It's a viral sensation by Allison Roman. It was in the New York Times months ago. Everyone's already made it. 837 comments. And they're talking about how they added, I don't know, cashews or leaving out mint and yogurt. I don't know why you would do that. Here's the thing. I have to make this stew for 8 people, and this recipe serves 4 to 6, so I'm gonna double it, but not double it in one batch. I'm gonna double it in 3. So, go, because these aren't, don't make that face. You can't see, he's making a face. I'm gonna do a little experimenting in the little 2 ones, sorry Allison, and then the first one, the main one, I'm gonna do it as is, written, no alterations. I've done a lot of the prep already. It took a while, I won't lie. I normally don't measure olive oil, but since we are following a recipe to a T, we'll measure a lot of oil. But not my recipe, it's Allison. Onion. Some ginger. Ooh, ginger got juicy. This is what's made this recipe go viral. Turmeric. It's yellow, it's anti-inflammatory, it stains everything. But it's good for you and apparently good for the internet. 1.5 teaspoons. 1.5. Just gonna do 1 each for these. Living on the edge. Bloom spices, bloom. Bloom. Oh yeah. Okay, this is where we go rogue. Adding a splash of chickpea juice. Really gonna improvise here. So those go in there. So the chickpeas sizzle and fry a bit. Fry, little peas, fry. You need a big ass wooden spoon to do this recipe because there's going to be some mashing of chickpeas. So this feels powerful. Okay, you hear that behind me? They're sizzling, they're popping, they're doing exactly what I think they're supposed to be doing, which is like breaking down, and you want to use your spoon to sort of mash them down, and apparently this helps thicken the stew. Why is it so hard to do this and talk at the same time? Uh-oh, wait a second. I was supposed to remove some for garnish. So this is that garnish. I wonder what would happen if I used a potato masher instead of a wooden spoon, but I don't know where my potato masher is. I might have Marie Kondo'd it out of my drawers because it was never being used. Marie Kondo, blame you if this doesn't turn out good. Just kidding, I love you, Marie Kondo. You've changed my life. You're great. It's really brown at the bottom, but maybe that's good. Maybe that's the Maillard effect. What? Maillard effect is like where, I don't know, look it up. It's scientific. It's supposed to make food taste good. We're 2 minutes away from coconut milk, which is a very controversial step. I'll tell you why the coconut milk is very controversial, because some people use full fat, and some people have been like, it doesn't need the full fat. I'm fine with just 1 can. And some people have been like, I've used light. And how do you expect a recipe to turn out the way you want it to turn out if you don't follow the recipe? So, I am doing both. I am doing full fat, 2 cans, first pot, as written, and then the other ones, I'm gonna try 1 of the light. Nothing's happening. Whoa! I didn't stir that, obviously. I'm trying to scrape up those gross brown bits at the bottom as much as possible while the liquid's in there. And hopefully that will add some good flavor and not bad flavor. I think this is kind of it for the steps. Like, we just sort of simmer it until it becomes thicker, and thicker and thicker. I had forgotten a pretty important ingredient, which was vegetable stock or broth. What's the difference between vegetable stock and broth? I'm sure someone out there knows it. Google it. Okay, the soup has been simmering, so now is the time when we finally add the greens. I'm using kale because it's a hearty green. This is dinosaur kale for the leaves that look like they belong in Jurassic Park. You get some dinosaur kale. And let it cook for like another 7 to 10 minutes. The stew isn't as yellow as it looked in the photos. It looks more like a pea soup green. Okay, moment of truth. People are here, as you can hear in the other room. I'm gonna dish this up. This one's stuck. I think the other one thickened quite nicely, actually. We're only doing small portions for taste tests, so a dollop of yogurt, some mint. That does not look good. Oh, I forgot some of the garnish.
Everybody can come to the table now for soups will be arriving soon. I'm sorry, stew? Stew.
The stew.
Stew. I called it a soup. I'm messing this up.